Overall, 2/3 of Americans over 18 are fully vaccinated, and a new study last week determined unvaccinated Americans were 8 times more likely to get the Delta variant than those who are unvaccinated, and were 57 times more likely to die. West Virginia is one state in crisis due to the Delta variant, and their vaccination rate is considerably below the national average. Republican Governor Jim Justice joins us. Governor, you were leading the pack out of the gate, and now you've hit this wall. Why aren't you able to convince more of your constituents to go get immunized?
Well, Margaret, we're a long ways from being in crisis in West Virginia. If you look at our death rate compared to the national average, we're still below the national average with our death rate. We got out of the gate right,
Your hospitals are getting overwhelmed.
People. I'm sorry?
Your hospitals are getting overwhelmed. You have a high infection rate.
We're overwhelmed all across this country. I mean, for crying out loud, West Virginia is managing it absolutely great. And in every way, from the standpoint of getting out first and vaccinating our people first in West Virginia, we wish that the boosters would have come along sooner, because we got out so early that really and truly we were at the 6-month situation way before. And think about this for just 1 second, Margaret.
Well,
on Tuesday or Wednesday of this coming week, we will have given and administered every single one of our Pfizer vaccines to every nursing home we have in the state.
But Governor,
to say West Virginia's in a crisis is wrong. That's just all there is to it.
Governor, you just asked the Biden administration for more monoclonal antibodies, which is one of the treatments for people who are hospitalized with this virus, and they denied it. You need that because people are very sick. Are you concerned that your request was denied?
Well, sure, we're concerned. It weren't denied. It was just lowered. But with all that, Margaret, the reality is the supply. The southern states just gobbled up all the supply and everything. And again, the Biden administration is standing there holding the bag. We need more antibodies here, but we're managing it.
You were talking about your dispute of characterization of where you are with vaccinations, but you do seem to have hit a wall with the younger people in your state. You've done all these things with mascots, with your bulldog, baby dog. You've got giving away guns. You're giving away these things. Why can't you increase vaccinations?
Well, now just think about it. Since we came out with our campaign with a little old English bulldog, a baby dog, that's got a face that makes everybody smile, and she loves everybody. But with all that, we have vaccinated hundreds of thousands of more West Virginians. It's been tremendously successful. All of us all across this nation hit a wall.
Yeah.
We all know that the more we get vaccinated, the more we'll live. We all know that.
Governor,
but at the same time, we protect our freedoms, do we not?
We're going to talk more on the other side of this break, so stay with us. Welcome back to Face the Nation. We want to continue our conversation with West Virginia Governor Jim Justice. Governor, let's pick up where we left off, which was how your state is faring right now with vaccinations and with COVID. Your health officials, Dr. Clay Marsh, at a press conference just this week, talked about how much your medical system is under strain right now, saying the number of COVID cases and hospitalizations is higher than it has been during the entire pandemic. And you yourself said you're right in the eye of the storm. So what's the problem? Why aren't people protecting themselves?
Well, Margaret, they are. We are in the eye of the storm. We're right at the peak of the surge right now. And from our hospital standpoint, we're absolutely, we're still doing elective surgeries and we're still doing all that. We're not overloaded from the standpoint of our hospitals, having to turn people down and all that. We're absolutely, are managing this and managing it in a right way. But we are right at the peak of our surge here, and we're very hopeful that it's starting to decline. It's declining in certain ways, but we're still going to be very, very vigilant in what we do.
You yourself at your press conference this week encouraged parents to vaccinate their children. California's governor's mandating kids 12 to 17 get a vaccine to go into the schoolroom after around January. Are you going to mandate it for school kids as well?
No chance.
Why?
No chance.
Why? You mandate as governor, you mandate, we looked, measles, mumps, rubella, tetanus, polio, other vaccines. Why won't you put COVID on that list?
Now, Margaret, you don't have to come in so hot. You guys asked me to come, But Margaret, the bottom line of the whole thing is just this. I truly believe that the mandates only divide us and only divide us more. From the standpoint of mandates, I don't believe in imposing upon our freedoms over and over and over. And I've said that over. I don't know how many times I got to say it. But from the standpoint of our children, I'm going to still encourage in every way, because I truly believe that the more people that we get vaccinated, the less people will die. But at the same time, we still got to stand up for who we are. For crying out loud, we're Americans.
I know this has become a big issue for the Republican Party, which you are a part of, in terms of framing this as a freedom of choice. But for small children, you mandate that their parents get them those immunizations so that they are safe in the classroom. They don't have freedoms as children to choose whether or not to get polio or not. We protect them against that. Why don't you want to protect those children by mandating it?
Margaret, to think that I don't want to protect the children is ridiculous. I mean, we all want to protect our children. But parents have decisions to make in this situation too, just like the local officials have decisions to make. For crying out loud, that's who should be making these decisions, is the parents. And
well,
from the
you'd
standpoint
make those
of the
decisions
federal government,
as the governor, actually.
Well, we can go on and on about this forever, but in this situation, we're not going to change. And really and truly, it never has really mattered to me. I do think this nation is so divided from the standpoint of partisanship, it's unbelievable. And right now, what you had AOC say just earlier, our team needs to be better. Well, you elect individuals. You don't elect a team. You elect individuals to come to Washington and voice their opinions. Not elect a party. You elect individuals.
Right. Well, Governor, thank you very much for your time today.